JJ3K here, and I'm happy to say that I am today celebrating 13 years of sobriety. Um, it's pretty sweet. I've been doing these uploads for a few years now. A lot has happened in my life over those years. I used to upload a lot more uh, videos to YouTube in general, but I am still working on an album or EP that I announced. But back to the 13 years of sobriety. Quick recap. For several years I was you know, a high functioning like blackout drunk. I would uh, basically drink until I fell asleep every night, essentially 7 days a week, and high functioning because I would still go to work and get things done. Um, you know, I wish I could say that, it was my heroics that, one day I was like, you know what, I'm stopping. And I did, but, it didn't quite happen that way. I got really drunk on February 26th, 2012, 15 years ago today. It was a Sunday. I do remember that. As I said in these uploads before, it was the same day that I lost a beloved member of my family, a cousin of mine. Um, so it's always a bittersweet day. I'm happy that I'm still sober, but of course sad that lost a member of my family. Um, but you know that day I drank a lot as usual. Switched it up that day. It was actually a whole box of wine, 5 liters of wine. I was cooking dinner. Um, my my f- I guess my ex-wife and child were upstairs. Um, I proceeded to stand at the top of the basement steps to throw my pants down to where the washer was, and the next thing I know, I'm waking up in the ICU at you know at a hospital. I got life flighted. I fell down the basement steps, which were cement. I cracked my skull right through my ear. Had a subdural hematoma. As a result, I have been deaf in my right ear since February 26th, 2012. Also, as a result, they put me on uh, like epilepsy medicine, medicine for seizures. Um, then I was off it shortly after, about 2 weeks after the accident. I went to work, uh, went back to work a little bit too early. Um, had a major seizure or mal seizure while I was at work. It was a Saturday, St. Patty's Day, and once again find myself in the ICU at Ruby Memorial Hospital. Um, but the first time, I was out of it so long that the actual quitting of the alcohol was easy. I guess I kind of slept through the DTs or those kind of things that come with withdrawal. Um, and obviously having a child to raise and a family to support, it made the decision to stay off alcohol pretty easy. Um, you know, uh, Immediately after that, in the months after that, at least, I lost a lot of weight. Generally felt better overall. Um, Sometimes I kind of miss it, but only when I see like a commercial for a new beer, or see a interesting sounding drink or delicious sounding drink on a menu at a restaurant. But um, nothing like serious. I have no desire to drink again. Unfortunately, I have one of those. It's either 0 or like 11 with me. So if something's bad for me, I'd rather just cut it out. completely. Um, but yeah, it's been 13 years. A lot has happened in that 13 years. I'm happy to have a very strong support system that unfortunately loses people over the years. Once again, there's been a lot of changes over these 13 years. Um, my child grew up. She's an adult. My dad passed away last year. I lost a grandmother. Gosh, a month ago. Lost two other grandparents. In that span of time. Um, you know, uh, Got divorced. Started new jobs, and a lot of changes in lives. Uh, with the exception of the unfortunate losses in the family. Um, then my little girl growing up, always for the positive. Um, yeah, I mean, I mentioned all these things because, it does help to have a strong support system because, those changes that I mentioned or those losses or drastic changes of scenery in life, um, could have been, I guess, reasons to fall off the wagon, but I never did. Um, and once again, that is due to having a strong support system. Um, but once again, I'm very happy to still be sober. I feel healthier. Um, I'd rather be a 46-year-old, me that doesn't drink than a 32-year-old me that did drink. In regards to how much better I feel and just overall health. Um, who knows if I drank as heavily as I did, for 13 more years, would I have even made it this far? Um, but that's just the update. Another year of sobriety under my belt, 13 now. Um, when you really think the grand scheme of 13 years, that's like kindergarten through senior year in high school. That's an entire childhood, entire, adolescence, growing up and graduating high school, 13 years, a long time. And, I never see that ending. I, I can't think of any good reason that I would ever drink alcohol again. Unfortunately, I still don't trust myself to have the strength to do that casually or socially. So, no more. Um, but yeah, anyway, rock on.